Something like that with Nav. That's right. My name is Nav. How you doing? And how are you feeling? Welcome to another episode of the podcast. I am so enjoying this, man. Back-to-back episodes of the podcast going on. We had a couple of great talent. And as usual, remember, if you're tuned into this podcast, if you're on Spotify, you're on Apple Podcasts, or any of the channels that you can think of, please click on the subscribe button. And if you're also watching this on YouTube, yes, subscribe. It's very important. You know, the bell thingy or whatever you need to do. Just click on that and follow us on the website too, which is sltwithnav.com for all the shows that you missed out, the videos, and much more. But also, I would like to take this opportunity once again to thank our supporters, three main people who's been supporting the podcast for this series, or rather for this month, which is our friends from Pamule, My Creative, and also CENDANA. Thank you so much. They've been helping out the local industries very much. A lot of great artists, a lot of great talents have produced great music, great videos, great shows, thanks to them. So keep the support going for them, right? And today on the show, I've been wanting to chat with this guy for a very long time. And to be very honest with you, when it comes to hip-hop, there are very few freestylers in the country, and he is one of my favorite. If I had a top 3 list, he's definitely in that list. In no particular order, he is one of my all-time favorite freestylers in Malaysia and maybe Asia. I haven't heard most of the Asian side yet, but Malaysian, yes, he is one of my favorites. His wordplay, his rhyming, man, if you're a hip-hop fan, you know what I'm talking about. So let's bring him in. ASHTIN, my man.
Hey, wow, that's $1 million voice you got there. I was listening to you during the intro. I was like, whoa.
Cari makan lah.
Anyway, thank you for having me, big bro.
It's about time, man. It's long overdue. Long overdue.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Long time coming.
I was waiting from the days of the Chindian, the album itself, but I haven't had the platform to bring you on board. Finally, I do, man. You, like I said earlier, you are one of my favorite freestylers. There aren't many freestylers out there, right?
Thank you so much. Yeah. But for me, like, freestyling used to be the thing to do last time. But now it's like, for me, like a dying sport. Like, a lot of rappers don't practice it anymore, which is sad.
That's sad, man. Because I was just watching one of your Instagram videos. You did one set, something about, okay, this is one of the lines of... somewhere I'm paraphrasing down here. It's like, I've done all the signing, but I'm still hungry, or lapar. You know, that video that you did. I was like, listening to the whole thing is like, man. And then I saw this one of those TikTok stitch videos you did, and the freestyling in that, the wordplays and your stuff is amazing, man.
Thank you so much.
Like I said earlier, it's a dying art, but please do not kill it. Do not stop it, man. Because hip hop is all about rhythm and poetry, rhythm and poetry. That's the whole thing. And it's lately, I don't know, I don't want to sound old, or maybe I mean, like, frustrated or whatever. I don't get those rhymes anymore, man, in most of the hip hop tracks. You know, you're a fan, right?
Yes,
you could be considered a purist in one way or another.
Yeah. In a way, I am, because now I feel like the new generation, they're more focused into the melody and the whole structure of the song, which then they forget about the rhyme schemes and the multis, the wordplay, which what made me fall in love with hip hop in the first place. You know, so my style of rhyming is, of course, inspired and influenced by the old guys like Nas, Jay-Z, Biggie, Tupac, of course. So
that's a lot. Good stuff.
Yeah, but I feel like it will have a cycle where now it's all the new stuff and all that. But I think we'll go in a full circle where it'll come back to the rhymes and the bars and.
Yeah, it always does, but it just goes around. Like even for the beats and hooks, and you know, at one point in time, there's a lot of resampling going around.
True.
Yeah, there's a lot of resampling going around, and then it disappeared. And now I have a feeling it's slightly coming back, but it's more on a subliminal level. You don't really realize it, but if you really pay close attention to the beats and the bars, it's like, hey, I've heard this track before. It's done in a very subtle way. Like,
true. Like the new album Drake, 21 Savage, just released, I think, a few days back. Yeah. There's a lot of samples, like what you said, like subliminal samples from like 90s and the early 2000s. So
that was nice, man.
Yeah, and also they're also like not rapping like how the current rappers are rapping. So that's a breath of fresh air after so long.
That's the thing about the current rapping. It's like, okay, like I said, I'm not condemning or putting it down and all. It's just style. hip hop changes. It evolves through the years, from the 80s to the 90s, 2000 and present. It evolves. Now it's more towards that the trap version. Is that what it's called these days? There's a trap version. So evolving to that. And do you find it difficult to keep up with this so-called evolving styles?
To be really honest with you, to keep up, it's not so hard, because what we used to do last time is probably way harder than what you're doing now. Yeah. But then you see, if we do that, then we'll be branded as, someone's going to follow the trend and all that, which is quite a dilemma for me, because if I don't do that, then are the kids going to listen to what I do? Hence,
am I
going to bring
behind?
Hence, am I going to bring the numbers in? Am I going to bring numbers for the label and all that? So yeah, it's quite of a dilemma lah. So for me, what I try to do is to be as versatile as possible. So if I'm required to do something like that, I will do it. And I don't really how do I put this? Yes, and I don't really put a stop to creativity in that sense lah. Like, again, if I want to experiment in doing that, I will try. I'll do it. Don't know if it sounds good or not, but yeah,
give it a shot.
I'll give it a shot. Yes.
Because I paid attention of your work for a very long time, even before Cindin the album and after Cindin itself, and then after that, how you changed and all the styles that you were doing it. But one thing, you kept it clean. I mean, you kept it true was the wordplays in that, the rhyming.
Yes.
Despite you changed your style of rapping, or the flow, the wordplay always remains in your rap. But do people actually understand, for this generation of people, do they understand the wordplay that's there?
Sadly, the ones who only appreciate things like that are the ones in the scene and the other rappers, because they understand the skill set that is put into this. But the normal listener, I don't think they quite understand what I'm trying to do, which is sad. Which is really sad.
It is hard. Seriously, if for those listening in, if you never really, you weren't to do hip hop or anything like that, go back and listen to ASHTIN's track back to back. Whatever videos you can find on his social media, whatever he's freestyling, listen to the verses one after another, and you see the double or triple wordplays that goes on in each verse. Wow, I was just blown away. I was just like as always, I'll listen back to all the tracks before going on podcast. I was like, damn, this guy did it, man. All the words, the wordplay he had in his track is like, okay, I am looking for a hardcore album in the near future, man.
Yes, sir, definitely. It's coming.
Yeah, but you have changed. I mean, you are now signed to a record label.
Yes, sir.
From being semi-independent label, semi-independent label, and now you're fully into a recording label, which I'm pretty sure they have their own direction, sense of how they want to go and all this kind of things.
Yeah,
but,
true.
Are you having difficulties in that, or are you enjoying this so-called new phase? Because now you're rapping, or you're
in Malay.
Is it rapping or is it singing? I'm a bit confused right now. Is it rap, singing, or whatever?
It's like semi-singing, semi-rapping.
Yeah,
that's it. Yeah, I'm enjoying it in a sense where it's challenging myself to do something out of my comfort zone.
Okay.
But also sometimes if it gets too much, where it like changes my identity as what I was doing before this, then I will of course voice out lah. So for me, that's like a thin line lah between both of that. But more than that, like for me, joining a label is just for the experience of me being in a label and see how it is actually.
Okay.
But yeah, like the advice to the youngsters, like this is the era where you actually don't really need a label, lah.
Okay. You don't want to be dropped.
Straight up, you heard this in Sit Enough.
but there are pros and cons of being in a label. The pros is one, your media publicity has been taken care of. Like, say, getting on board radio stations, how they handle the thing, your publicity, your marketing is also been taken care of, that part of it. And
it's a faster way for you to get all these contacts with radio and all that, rather than being independent. You have to go by yourself and approach all these guys. But if
getting the rights,
yes, and the rights, yep.
Yeah, especially your single with the label, something to do with Chindai, right?
Yep.
Was it the first one? It was called Chindai, is it?
Yep, Chindai.
Yeah, you had that. That would have been easy. That wouldn't have been easy if you were a solo artist or independent artist.
That would have been illegal.
Yeah, exactly. That would have been a nightmare. Or you'd be coughing out thousands of ringgit just for one song, man.
Yes,
and not making anything back.
Yeah.
Chindai was it. Then you had Bukan Mainan was the second track, right?
Yeah, Macam Mainan. Yeah,
Macam Mainan, the one that had the animation.
Yes, sir, which was quite a different ball game for me, because that's not the kind of stuff I used to do last time. Yeah.
Yeah.
But remember, like, you know, the like from the Chindian album to this, it's a very different thing.
It's a huge leap, man. It's a huge leap.
Yeah. But for me, it's more of the I still kept the songwriting sense of there's wordplays and all that. But only the way I give it out, the way I rap it out or sing it out was a bit different from like what I used to do. But yeah, it's a challenge. I took it as a challenge. I took it as, you know what, come out of my comfort zone, and I tried it out, which a lot of people like kind of was weirded out. Like, hey, why is
I was one of it.
Like, yeah, you know, like to be honest. Yeah. But then again, you know, of all the songs I did, that's what the label chose.
Okay.
What to do?
No, but you never know. Like it would have catered for a different market altogether.
Yeah,
you never know.
True.
Because sometimes when you're too comfortable doing something for too long, you don't realize that others might appreciate something else. So when you try something new, you have a different following altogether. So you just grab the new following, bring them back to the old style.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that could be one way of cross-marketing.
Yeah, exactly. You never know, man. But how many album singles have you released thus far with the new label?
Only like what? The Chindai remix and Macam Mainan. That's it. I'm supposed to release another single which features a Malay artist, female artist, which is not confirmed yet because they're still like looking for a proper one for the song. Okay. It's supposed to be this year, but I think there's a slight delay with the elections and all that. So
you don't want to ruin it, man. Because the problem with releasing anything right now, the elections will just overshadow the whole thing.
Yes, sir.
Few more days, we have the election. People will be talking about that for the next 1.5 months.
True.
You won't want to ruin it, man.
Hopefully not 6.5 months if it goes wrong.
Oh, that's too long, man. That's too long of a wait.
True.
But in terms of, you also have another life, which is apart from being a rapper, you're also an MC in the club scenes. Every club is banging again. Everybody's busy going over there.
Yes, sir.
You, I pretty much, when I follow you on your social media, it's like one day in this club, one day in that club. It's almost every night you're doing it.
Yes,
it's like, is it exhausting for you, or do you really enjoy doing that?
Okay, to be really honest with you, to be really blunt with you, before the pandemic and after the pandemic finished, I actually decided to not go back. But I'm not lying to you, every single day, like 2 days, 3 days, I'll get a call. Okay, can you do this? Can you do that? Can you do this club? Can you do this? Like the demand was so high. So for me to say no means is like,
don't, man. Money. It's money.
You know? Money. So I said, you know what, why not just go back, you know. So ever since I went back to it, it's great because I noticed when I went back to the live and having that 2 years break for pandemic, because of the pandemic, it gives me a fresh start, like in terms of, you know, mentally going into it. Like, you know, like the fire is new, you know, not like last time. Last time you're working for so long, you get burnt out and all that. But now you come back fresh with a fresh state of mind. So it's better, lucky for that 2 years break where, you know, you can sit down and think of life, you know, like take a break for a bit. The break was like needed for me.
Yeah, too long of doing the same thing is so bad for you.
It's you know, like it becomes
monotonous.
Yes, sir. So now it's like at the peak. So if I'm taking a lot of jobs until I burn out.
Then go another 1 more year, 1 or 2 years break again. I know. I seriously know that feeling. When I told that I'm retiring from the MC world, it's like everybody, what's wrong with you? Why not? But then again, when you do it too long, you just like, you're dragging yourself, man.
Yeah. And plus the amount of work you've put in, I bet like even if you stop and then you decide to come back, it's not going to be hard. So you definitely, you know. Like,
nowadays it's hard, man. It's like everybody's waiting to take your job.
Oh, yeah. Now,
waiting, Everybody's like, okay,
events line, right? It's like,
yeah, very much, very much. But did you take your so-called MC world to your advantage by working with DJs and coming up with music for yourself? Have you tried that?
Yeah. Actually, it opens up doors in where you meet a lot of DJs for them to play your stuff in the clubs and you know, most, like, you know, for me, why I'm so lucky in this MCing scene, because MCing hype man is such a niche market, you know. So like, there's only a handful of MCs, but there's a lot of DJs. You know, there's tons of DJs, but only a handful of MCs. Like if I was a DJ, I think I'll have a hard time now lah, because the competition rate is high. Like even like events like I'm seeing.
Everybody's a DJ now.
Yes, but not everybody's an MC. So now,
Lucky you.
True. The demand is really high lah for MCs. And yeah, like coming back to your question, you meet a lot of like DJs from the pioneers to the new ones, and like if you want something for them to do with your songs, to scratch and all that, or to like, produce or what, it's much easier lah.
But have you considered? Have you found a DJ that could produce a track for you, create beats for you? I mean, not all DJs are producers or beat makers. They're mixers. Yes, they're mixers. They're party DJs and all, but not every one of them can produce beats and make songs. And have you come across anyone who you think has potential?
Some of the young ones, yes, they do, like PTFD and all these new guys. Like even like for the pioneers, like DJ Biggie and all. But I think these guys are more focused on the work side of things, which is their set and all that. And for them, like producing, making beats is something that comes with the passion, lah. Like, you know, I just make beats for fun. If someone wants to use it, lah. No, you know.
Okay.
Yeah,
but did you use any of it?
They said most of their beats, but I have not used it, lah.
Try it, man. Try it, man.
Yeah. So
but
like,
do you feel that you would like to go back to that purist style of your hip hop in the near future? Do you have plans of doing that? I mean, there's nothing absolutely wrong with whatever you're doing right now, because it's a different phase. You have to experiment it. You want to test market, and but going back to the original style of ASHTIN, who everybody knows.
I will have plans of doing that. Like coming back to the question earlier, like after working with producers like Music Kitchen and all that, right? It's hard to work with other producers because they're that good, you know, that you feel me, to compare to this current era, you know. So I will go back to that purist sound and all that. Now I'm doing the commercial stuff to maybe build up the following and, you know, get attention from people who are not hip hop heads.
Okay.
Because the hip hop scene here, let's be honest, is very saturated. It's small. Sometimes you want to like cater to the people who don't listen to hip hop. Yeah. So that is my goal now. So after that, then maybe I'll come back to, you know, being doing what I love doing, and hopefully India number 2, you know, with that sound.
Hopefully, man. There's new branding, new packaging. Because I will be very honest with you, like I am not too much into the scene when it comes to hip hop. Yes, I do know a handful of hip hoppers or rappers out there, and it is not as what it used to be. So it's hard for me to keep up with my taste of music. And like I said earlier, it has evolved, it has changed. But for you on a personal level, do you think it has become better? Or it's like, no, this is not it won't last? What do you feel? The current trend?
It has become better in the sense where there's more rappers, there's more producers. Okay. The scene has grown tremendously, especially after Nambas Bares. Because before Nambas Bares, it was only a handful of. It's a small community, you know, like you go to a hip hop gig, you meet all the same fellas you'll meet next week, you know, like, but now you get people who are it's much more bigger, it's much more of a bigger scene, but it's also very saturated in that sense, because you get more people, and then there's like so many rappers out there.
So the cake is getting smaller and smaller.
Yes, sir. That's the best way to put it. Yes, the slice is getting smaller and smaller.
But for those who've been in the game, like Size just released his album, which is cool, which is
dope.
I heard a couple dope album. I love that. And also Balan came up with his album recently. And language-wise, I've seen a lot of rappers who are going back to their native tongue.
Yes, sir.
A lot of that, they're going back to the native tongue, which is a great thing. And you have ventured into the Malay language when it comes to your music. But like I said earlier, you're on the singing side of it. Is there works of you to do something a bit more fully rap instead of just singing in it?
I've got like a few tracks already lined up, just fully rap.
Okay.
So it's just up to the label on when you're going to choose that and put it out.
Hopefully soon. Hopefully soon. But is the singles, are you all working on albums, or are you just going to go on with singles after singles?
Singles up to singles first. There's a lot of singles. Maybe we could compile that and put out albums. So who knows? But that is the album part is I want to get into like work mode, like how I did for Chindian, you know, like
get
back to the
I was lucky to watch you guys work on that one.
Yeah, it was a great process, but honestly, I was, of course, we were all young that time.
Yeah.
So you were there as a big bro to analyze and organize everything. Make sure
I was cracking my head. What the hell is going on, man? But it was,
but it's a learning curve,
Yeah, it was like, for those who haven't checked it out yet, go ahead, go on Spotify, go on YouTube, just type in there, Chindian the album, that's what it's called. I'll try to put the link at the webpage. Listen to each and every track. I'm not just talking about the music. Music Kitchen did a fantastic job with the music, even the rhymes. My favorite track in that whole album was Bars.
Yeah, yeah.
Bars was my favorite. That was a nice one. Then you had the one with the Michael Jackson sampling.
Oh, MJ,
yes, MJ. There's one of it. Yeah. There's a whole lot of tracks that in that album, like I felt that it was ahead of its time.
Yeah, for me, like if I were to go back last time, one thing I would like to change is I wish I had much more patience, like putting out the album. Shouldn't have rushed it, I felt like, just I kept it for the right time, the right moment and put it out. But then, us being young, naive and hungry, So
But it's never too late to repackage it, rebrand it, remarket it, the whole album.
Yeah, true. Maybe have a
re-release.
True. Maybe with a few other, we can collaborate with the new fellas, and then,
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Version 2, version 3. Yeah, you did one with Ultimate in that particular album.
Yeah. Well, it was quite a blessing for all of us. Ngam.
Oh, that was good, man. Especially when you performed that song live. Oh,
crazy, man. Yeah, it's one of those songs for me, which is like nice to perform because it had got the energy with the kompang and what
crowd
music
bounced to that particular track. Crazy. It was fantastic. I'm just saddened with the fact that there's no music video for that particular song, man.
Yeah,
Please, I beg of you, if you ever get the chance to release a music video, release the track again, please do. Tell your labels, hey, pick the song up, man.
True, why not, right?
Yeah.
But sadly now, Ultimate has retired from rapping.
Yeah, that's the only bad part, man.
Now. Yeah, true. But now, Namas Bari season 3 is coming out.
Yes, I think it's going to be huge, man.
Yeah, so I hope with that coming back, it will spark the hip hop scene back again. There's more attention to the hip hop scene again. Yeah, because that really contributed a lot to the Malaysian hip hop scene.
Very much.
Yeah, very much. And now you discover a lot of people from our station, like people from JB, people from Kota Kinabalu, and
everybody's coming in, man.
Yeah,
that's the good part about it. But for you currently, before I'm just changing to questions here. For you currently, who was your top 5 picks in the hip hop world? Help me out here because I'm trying to listen back. I'm trying to listen to all the hip hoppers I can think of, and I have difficulties. I know. I've been a hardcore fan of you, K-Town, because K-Town because of the music that Roshan produces, the style of doing it, and a couple of other guys. But for you, if you would pick top 5 guys from the local scene that
from local scene, locally and globally, is it?
Locally, who do you think that I should be putting their tracks into my Spotify playlist?
Yeah, good question. For me,
I hope I didn't put you in a spot.
No. There's a lot, but to narrow it down to 5, it's gonna be tough. But I will try lah. Okay, the first guy I like listening to is a Tagmatic. Tagmatic is
Kudoshi.
Sorry, now Kudoshi.
Now it's Kudoshi.
Kudoshi. Yeah. Guy's creative lah. Ahead of his time as well. In terms of the music making and the rhyme schemes and all that.
Yeah, from back then itself, man.
Yeah, true. And then MC Size, of course, being the OG he is. And the songs he came up with for the album, so really caught my attention. Who else do I listen? For Malay raps, I like this guy named Sabala. You should check him out.
Okay.
Sabala, and then another guy named Kwai. On the Malay side, these guys they also pay attention to the wordplay and all that, which is my kind of raps. Yeah. So this not very new, maybe from my era too, but good. So we have 4 now. Who's the 5th one?
Throw one in. No, it's not in particular order. It's no who's top number 1 and who's number 5, but it's just the top 5 picks.
Who I'm listening to. Yeah, true. Who else? Maybe I'll say Lil J lah, because Lil J is quite close to me.
Lil J has, from the first day I saw him and today it's like, he rocketed it pretty well.
He's doing really well. He's doing really
nice.
well now, yeah, because the label and all that, yeah.
Happy for him, man.
Yeah,
really
yeah,
happy
yeah.
for
Good.
him. But
True,
shows,
true.
are you performing anywhere to check his your whole shows out? Because I haven't seen you in action in terms of shows in a very long time, man.
Yeah, I think there's one with Keep It Local in December 3rd.
Okay.
Yeah,
The Meta Straits?
The Meta Straits thing. Yeah. So I probably do a lot of new stuff there, lah. I miss performing too. It's been like so focused on this club emceeing thing, which I forgot.
But do the clubs do you have like, do they come and say like, hey Ashton, since you're doing the hype man the hype MC thingy, why don't you just do a set down here? Have there been any invitations so far for you?
Yeah, there are a lot of plans of them wanting to do a hip hop gig and all that. So, but then now they are fully focused on their business side, which is, throwing out the nights of packing up the place before they want to throw events and all that. So let them, probably in like 6 months, they will start brainstorming again. It's not always like this. It becomes a business. Yeah.
You never know, up and down.
Yeah,
and
ups and downs.
Do more promotions.
True.
Who have you been working with? In terms of, you said you had a couple of tracks coming up on. Who have you been working with in terms of producing your beats and music?
There's one track with Sabala, the guy who I mentioned earlier, which is really good.
Okay.
And then there's this next song I'm releasing, which we are in the talks of featuring a Malay female artist.
Okay. What I meant was your music wise. Who's producing your music, creating your beats? Because it's not easy to come up with something for you. You got to be you have to be picky in that part. So.
Yeah. So what I do now, my thought process, creative process is, I will try to come up with demos on what kind of samples I like, what kind of sound I'm going for. I'll try to make a skeleton of it. Then I'll go to this group called Nuach Productions.
Okay.
To like finish up. These guys work hand in hand with Surya Records as well, and they are also part of Keep It Local last time.
Okay.
These guys, Nuach, the brothers, Adam and
I think I have. I think I've seen the videos before.
Yep. These guys. So I bring it to these guys, and these guys are good lah. One thing they are, because they've been in the game for so long as well. So they will help me like make it a whole lah, make it a proper song lah. Yeah, so that's how the process is going now lah.
Because for someone as yourself who's good in your word plays and your rhymes, you need to have the right tune to complement that. You don't want the music to overshadow. Because when it comes, for me, I'm not saying generally this is how it is. Hip hop, when it comes to rhymes, when they have proper rhymes, you don't want the beats and the rhythm to overshadow what is being said in a song.
Definitely.
Sometimes you have that some songs like, it's so good, the beat, the music is so good, it overshadows the whole idea of the rap itself.
True.
And sometimes when you have the good rap, you don't have the right music, it doesn't help boost it. So that's always a tricky balance on that part.
That's why you see the old school rappers and all that, their beats are quite minimal actually. Just hear the drums, the boom bap drums and the sample going on, because they are more focused on what you're trying to say. But now in this current era, more people are looking for this whole feel of the song.
TikTokish music.
Yes,
you gotta have the TikTokish music.
Yeah. Now you make a song about swiping and it'll go viral.
Exactly.
So that era,
viral is nice, but sometimes too much of it is annoying.
True. Yeah, but it won't be annoying for your bank account though, lah.
That's the thing, But are they making money out of TikToks?
I think so, lah, big bro, because I heard there's like this there's a way to monetize with your views, and with sometimes you're going with live, and like TikTok live also pays you because it has
the live thing all I understand, but when people like use your music in order to make their videos, like every girl comes in like skit the remix, whatever you call it, remake that video, stitch that video using your music. Do you make money out of that every time this is being done?
I'm not sure, but for me, I think everything goes full circle. Like if you generate views in your TikTok, and then maybe you generate views on YouTube, then YouTube pays you, or Spotify.
Because TikTok is a bit tricky. I've always wondered. I've seen a lot of people use music, everybody else's music. There's a good publicity platform. That's one thing for sure. But if the artist is not making money out of that, then no point.
Even I'm quite like skeptical as well. Like, how do some TikTokers who claim they make millions from TikTok. How do they do it, right?
Exactly. Especially artists. I know a lot of artists is like compulsory now. You got to be on TikTok and all.
True.
It's like, are they making money out of TikTok? You're doing live shows, fine.
True.
But then again, if everybody's going to resample your music or their so-called, I don't know, cook show, dance or whatever you can think of. And you're not going to get anything in return. So too bad.
True. And now I think we're coming to an era where labels are signing influencers like TikTokers instead of artists, you know. So that's like, there you go. That's 2022 for you, you know.
Oh man, I don't know. You see, I'm just trying to avoid like, you know, things like slamming them or whatever. I'm not slamming them, but it is messing up the art. That's all I can say. It's nice to have influences.
Agree.
You are just messing up the art itself. Because like I think in my field, there's a lot of glamorous looking thing, but when it comes to the work part of it, no one can do the job.
You know,
not on par. Same goes to the art form of it. It's like you come up with as much as you put in so much effort and somebody comes out just because you're popular with likes and views, poof, there you go. It overshadows the whole thing. So sooner or later you find quality, it's more towards quantity versus quality.
Yeah, sadly that's how it is now. Like, and it's gonna be really hard for the people who really do art, you know, like real artists. It's gonna be even more tougher in this current era. And I really don't understand why Instagram is copying TikTok so much. Like, why are they trying to be TikTok when, you know, like they were created to, you know, focus on images, pictures.
Yeah, and now it's more like reels,
reels
Facebook
and all
reels.
that. It's like exactly like another TikTok, which I'm quite dumbfounded about it. Like, why?
I'm having difficulties to keep up, and it's like every time all I wanted to do is just record a show, put it up to Spotify, whatever platform you can think of. Apple Podcasts and all. Then all of a sudden someone comes to me and said, hey, have you put it in TikTok? Have you put it in Reels? Have you put it in that? I was like, dude, just to release a 30 minutes episode, I got to sit down for 2 days just to figure out the whole thing.
True.
It's a nightmare. It's like you don't keep up, you're left behind. But if you try to keep up, you don't know where you're headed to anyway.
And this is quite toxic because it's creating an ADHD generation, you know, because like if they are like you put so much of hard work in your work and then you put it on your, let's say, reels, and these guys are going to look at it for 2 minutes, then you scroll back down and you're going to forget it after that.
It's getting shorter.
So many things.
It's getting shorter and shorter. The contents are getting shorter. Everybody's attention span is gone. I don't know, man. Next, you know, 3-second video. Pop, that's it. I'm going to watch something for 3 seconds. That's sad, man.
Sad.
But are you on TikTok? Are you your music, your whole thing? Is it there?
I am on TikTok, but I'm not active on it because I'm trying to, but I'm not from the generation of TikTok, you see. I'm also not that, I'm not that young, you see.
Yeah, so, five posts and that's it, I'm done. That's it for the year.
Oh my goodness. Tell me about it. Like, you know, for me to, it's quite a commitment as well. Like, if you want to be a TikToker, I feel like you have to sit down and constantly think of what kind of what kind of content you want to put out, you know, what kind of image you want to uphold. Are you going to be the funny guy who puts out funny videos? Are you going to put out rap videos, you know? So many things to take into consideration.
I think you got to, I think in order for you to be, for an artist who want to focus on all these stuff, you need to have your own social media manager.
Yes, definitely. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the only way you can keep up with the whole thing. Because as an artist, if you're going to focus on too many things, your social media, your shows and this and that, it's going to affect your creative process in your music itself.
You'll burn out, definitely.
Yeah, it's a nightmare doing that, man. I just could imagine that. But how is your label supporting you in that part, the social media? Are they working on that for you?
Yeah,
usually, as far as I'm concerned, it's like social media, they'll be hijacked by your labels and they'll take care of everything from every single thing that you post. Is that happening for you?
Not really in the sense where, but then they do have a social media manager where she comes up with ideas on what content to put out for TikTok and all that. But yeah, most of the content they come up with is for the label.
Okay,
not for me. So that they have a social media
guidelines
manager.
of that part, lah.
Yeah, true.
Okay. Well, at least you can learn from them.
True. Yep.
On the next phase, I am so looking forward for your upcoming albums, man. Is it okay? Give me a sneak peek. Give me a sneak peek of your songs. Is it going to be same as what I know you for? Your previous song? Is it going to be similar, or is it going to be similar to the the new ASHTIN, the 2.0 singing, rapping ASHTIN? Which one is it going to be?
It's going to be the 2.0 one for the next one, but I'm also implementing a lot of wordplays and all that in the next song. So that, in terms of that, I'm not going to change, That's also going to be like real. Yeah, the lyrics are going to be me, But the way of delivering it is probably going to be the 2.0 style. But that's just only for the second song. I've got a lot of like other songs which is not released yet. So maybe the third or fourth song I'm gonna bring back the raps,
Nice.
Nice,
man. That's something I'm anticipating because like I said, I'm repeating myself, your shows, your music, it's something that a person who loves hip hop will appreciate it very, very much. It's not just any music listener, but someone who appreciates hip hop will enjoy your stuff. That's how I like to look at it. I don't know how to rap, I don't know how to rhyme, but I do know how to listen to it. So and that's one thing I enjoy doing it, man.
Because you're from the era. No, you're from the era where people release quality music,
Exactly. Well, I'm from the era. I mean, even if it's present, if you look at it, the wordplays and all. Eminem was inducted in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Yeah, can you imagine? Damn, but he deserves it,
He deserves it, man. He is all out, man. The what I saw, how his hard work, the amount of he has a notepad with him at all times, writes stuff, pages and pages and stuff. Do you do that?
He's mastered the art of rap for me, basically. Yeah. For me, I do that, but I do it in my phone notes because I'm from the new era. He's the older guy. The older era, they stick to the notepads because they were encrypted to do that from last time, Yeah.
But the best part is his technique of writing. As much as everyone thinks that whatever he's writing on the notepads is something that he's going to use in the song, but actually he doesn't.
Yeah,
he just writes them down. He just writes them down.
Yes.
When they ask why does he do that, he said that so he can keep working his brains out. He just keep pushing his brain, coming up more words and ideas.
It's a workout for rappers. I feel like it's an exercise for you to tune your mind. So when you start freestyling or what, lyrics are already embedded in your head.
What's your secret?
My secret.
How do you print it?
I would say the key is to write more for you to freestyle better. That's a golden tip right there. Because there was a time where I used to every day I commit to writing 32 bars. To write, even if it's whack or not, just write. And you see, when you write more, you tend to tune your brain to get familiar with more rhymes, you see. So that's how you practice
That's a good thing, man. I mean, that thing could be used not only in terms of rapping, it's like in a public speaking, people that have problems talking. Just practice. What's the word for the mental exercise?
Mental exercise, yes.
That's how. Yeah,
it's like some people say even if you to improve your diction or pronunciation of words, you read out loud. So that could help with public speaking and whatnot. So that's one thing. Small key exercises, mental exercises, like you said.
Sadly enough, in the world of hip hop, hip hoppers are known for being articulate, good in words, and until mumble rap came and ruined it.
Yeah, now it's a dying spot, sadly.
If somebody came to you and said, "ASHTIN, you got to come up with a song with a bit of mumble rap in it," would you do it?
I'll do it, but then I'll be like, okay, this is just for you,
How much you're paying me before I do?
What is the bag?
No money, no talk.
No money, no talk.
Oh, man. It's hard, man, because that's one thing. I mean, for me, being a person who's involved in talking all my life and teaching people how to speak, rappers have been one of my go-to guys, or rather, how do I put it? My example, my guidelines. Rappers always have the words. I don't know, man. If people don't understand, then you won't understand the whole concept of it. And they have the best words. These guys are high school dropouts, college dropouts, but they have the best words. I mean, the old school guys I'm talking about.
They graduated from hip hop.
Exactly. And the words that it's not commonly used in a conversation, even in corporate world, you learn a lot from rappers. So for those who plan to learn public speaking, listen to hip hop stuff, man.
Exactly. Listen to the old stuff like Wu-Tang Clan and all that.
Yeah. Mos Def was one of my favorite of it.
Yeah, Mos Def, crazy, bro. even like when I was watching the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, Eminem being inducted, and I was checking out like his stuff after that. I'm thinking this guy is 50 years old and he's just rapping like he's hungry, like he's 25 years old, and the words he uses, his wordplay is still up to par. You know, it's not like Eminem's not going like this. You know, he's going like this.
Yeah.
You know, and that age to do it. He's just mad. Like, he's born for it, I guess.
It's more and more. Like, that's one thing.
Yeah.
And I hope to see you get into that.
Yeah, the hunger state. Yeah.
The hunger state. I think you are, right? You're still in that hunger state.
Yeah.
Where you see, you watch your
I'm just
videos.
Not putting out. Yeah, it's not putting it out.
You should, man. You should. Everybody should know ASHTIN, the real ASHTIN behind. That's like you see the commercial side of it. You should see the hardcore side of ASHTIN.
Yeah, true.
I love his work, man. I love his work. Thank you so much. I really appreciate for you taking the time and coming on board and having a chat with me.
Yeah,
it's been. I just wanted the world to see who I know, who the guy I know, and the music that he has. Of course, his brand new single, which this is the ASHTIN 2.0. Brand new single is the Chindai remix and also Macha Mainan. That's the track, which is, and if you ever get a chance to go back, I am definitely going to put the link with your permission on the webpage on the album, Chindia the album. Listen to each and every song in that album. It is, it is amazing. I still have goosebumps listening to that track, man. That's
Thank you so much, big bro.
I hope to see more of that coming up soon. So anything for us lined up except for the Meta Street show? Anything else lined up for before we wrap up the year for you?
Feel like partying, then you know the call.
Yeah, follow him on his Instagram. You'll know where you can party with ASHTIN, man. I haven't seen you in action as a hype man.
Oh, as a hype man,
hype MC.
Different ball game. Yeah, you should come by. Come by one of the nights.
Where's the next one you're playing?
Tomorrow I'll be in track China Bar. This place called China Bar. Yeah, the China Bar. Fridays I'll be at 6 Bangsa. That's more to the hip hop side. Ate Bar as well on Saturdays, which is hip hop, and Sunday back to China Bar. So only these nights I'm doing.
Wow, that's a lot of nights, man, for a hype man. That's a lot of nights. I'm surprised you can wake up and do it again the next day.
Oh man, used to it.
I couldn't do it, man. Anyone who's DJ in nightclubs or waking up smelling like ashtrays, I can't do it anymore.
Tell me about it. Yeah, man. So I have to my laundry is more stacked up.
Oh man! All right, ASHTIN, thank you so much. I wish you all the best, and once again, thank you so much for coming.
Thank you so much for having me. Man. It's long awaited, and I always got support for you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, man. Thank you so much. And I wish you all the best in the music, and I'm looking forward for your ones that's coming up next year. Hopefully, your label doesn't take too long.
Yeah, tell me about
it. Not too long. Not too long, man. Yeah, well, the heat is on. Okay,
yep.